Hi, welcome back to Deadly Affirmations, the video book. Today's video snippet is going to be the second part of chapter 16. Hope you enjoy it, and don't forget, there'll be a little link to Amazon so you can buy a copy of the book for yourself and enjoy it even more. Yeah. Okay, let's get to work. Here we go. The maitre d' showed the woman to her table off in the corner. He heard the woman's Bluetooth conversation and then returned to escort Patience and Julie to their table. Patience and Julie looked over the menu again, and when the waiter arrived with tall glasses of water, each with 2 thin slices of lemon and 2 thin slices of lime floating sandwiched at the top of the glass, Julie ordered first. "I'd like the chilled papa al pomodoro, please," she told him. "Very good, madam. And for you?" he asked, turning to Patience. Patience smiled. "I'd like the goat's cheese salad with asparagus, please. And we'd like to split a demi of California Sauvignon Blanc, whatever you think would be best." The waiter smiled back and said, "Very good, I know just the thing." And he turned and headed for the kitchen to place their order. Patience turned to Julie. "Papa al pomodoro? What's that?" she asked. Julie grinned. "I spent a summer in Tuscany in college, out in the country on a farm. I did chores to pay for my room and board, and before the summer was over, I did Alessandro too," she giggled. Patience laughed. "Julie! He was home for the summer from Florence. He was studying architecture. Sandy was the most beautiful man I had ever seen." Patience laughed. And from the corner, a loud female voice carried throughout the restaurant. "We was turned up, bae! Yas! My squad, we cray!" The other diners all turned to see what the squalling was, but when they realized that it was the woman talking loudly, saying nothing, and madly texting as she spoke to someone somewhere on her Bluetooth, they turned back to their lunches and tried to tune out the disturbance. Another bleat. "That party last night was lit. Me and No-No, that fine boy. I thought we were going to Netflix and chill. That's right, girl. I slay that booty. The gag is No-No's just got dumped. Nah, her shit is canceled. He gonna come to my crib tonight. That's right, I got booty goals." This outburst was enough to draw the maitre d' to her table and ask her to quiet down because she was disturbing the other patrons. When he finally got her attention, she said something quietly to him that unfortunately no one else in the restaurant could hear and waved him away as he left. "Papa al pomodoro?" Patience asked again. "Oh yeah, it's a thick tomato soup made with garlic, basil, and onions, carrots, and fennel, and served with a drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkling of stale Italian bread, a handful of chunks of pancetta, and a pinch of salt and pepper on top. It's so yummy," Julie explained. "I'll want a bite," Patience told her. "Only if I can get a forkful of that salad, Patience," Julie grinned. "Deal." The waiter returned with the half bottle of white wine. He pulled a cool little blue metal folding corkscrew out of the pocket of his apron, cut the foil around the mouth of the bottle, and was about to open the bottle when he realized that he had forgotten the wine glasses. He set the corkscrew on the table next to Patience's water glass and left their table to pick up a pair of smaller, bold crystal glasses. This was a classy restaurant. The waiter returned in a minute and showed the bottle to Patience. She read the label and nodded, and he picked up the corkscrew again and opened the bottle, pouring a taste into her glass. Patience held the glass up and looked at the color. It was a beautiful yellow, very light and bright. And then she swirled the wine in the glass for a few seconds, allowing it to open up. She stuck her nose all the way into the glass and closed her eyes. First she took a quick whiff and then smelled slowly and more deeply. It was tart, with an aroma of melon and maybe oak. She took a little sip, enjoying how the sweet taste lingered on her tongue. She took a second sip, feeling the wine, lean, smooth, and silky. "Lovely," she told the waiter. He filled her glass, and when he turned to pour for Julie, Patience placed her hand on top of the waiter's corkscrew that he had laid on the table and slipped it toward the edge of the table, letting it slide off and onto the napkin in her lap. The waiter turned back to Patience. She reached for her wine glass, took a sip, and nodded to him. "Thank you," she said. He had other tables to attend to and seemed a little rattled by his forgetting their wine glasses, not noticing his missing implement. He went to the next table and took an order from an elderly couple who had been seated while he was pouring Julie's wine. Their lunches were served in a few minutes, giving Patience and Julie little time to gossip before they ate. Julie offered Patience a spoonful of the wonderful soup, and Patience let Julie fill a forkful of the delightful salad. They had a fine time together, eating and talking and simply enjoying each other's company.